Hey everybody, this is Dan with another TaDa Ministries review. This is where we take a game, we go through it a little bit, see if it might be something you want to add to your family or gaming group collection. Today we're talking about a very scary kids game called Monster Monkeys. Blah. Monster Monkeys was made by 3 Monkey Games, which has brought us such timeless classics as Monkey Poker, Six Shootin', Cowboy Monkey Gang, The Bananos, Banished from 3 Monkey Island, Zombie Monkeys from Planet Bunga, and of course Superhero Monkeys versus Secret Agent Android Kittens. And rest assured there's a whole bunch more. Now if you were really paying attention, you might have noticed a theme between all of these different games. 3 Monkey Games was started by a fellow named Wes Smith, and his 3 kids and him like to tweak with traditional games. So what they do is kind of repackage it a little bit, put some shine, add in a bunch of monkeys for good measure, and publish a whole bunch of different cute little games. Monster Monkeys is geared toward kids probably 8 to 10 and up. It plays in probably half an hour to 45 minutes or so, and handles up to 6 players. Now, because of the timing of this review and the theme of the game, we decided to turn this into a Halloween special. How about that? Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about Monster Monkeys. Alright, so this is the basic setup of a game of Monster Monkeys. You have a straightforward board with a bunch of spaces on it, and this is a standard roll the die, move your pawn a particular number of spaces, and collect stuff, and the first person to get to 6 points wins. That's the sort of game that this is. You can see that there are 6 different colored neighborhoods, and each of these colored neighborhoods has an associated pawn that the players can use to play. So you can have up to 6 players in each of these different colors. The goal of the game is to be the first person to visit the haunted house in each one of these neighborhoods. So you can see there's a little house icon on each of these. So once you get to that and you're able to pay the admittance fee for it, then you'll take the associated colored wink, or colored little translucent disc here, and the first person to 6 wins. Now you can see that there are a number of other spaces on the board, and these are going to be helping you out as you go along. You've got these little candy corn spaces, and when you land on one of those, you'll be able to draw a treat card. Treat cards come in a variety of flavors. You've got numbers, 1 through 6, I believe. And these are going to show how much candy you have in your hand, or in your candy bag, I suppose. And you'll use these to pay admittance to the haunted house. So let's say that the yellow player is cruising around the neighborhood, and he gets to the blue player's haunted house. What yellow will have to do then is roll this 4-sided die. It comes with the game. So he'll have to pay the blue player 1 to 4 candy, depending on what he rolls. So obviously a 5 is going to be a really good card, because that's going to cover it no matter what. What you could also get with the treat cards are things like this. It allows you to multiply your candy by 2. So obviously that makes your hand a lot more effective. You can see that there are green skull spaces around here, and those are going to be trick cards. So we're talking about tricking and treating here. And these are going to give you a variety of different benefits and penalties. Some good cards that you can keep in your hand are things like this, which is going to allow you to modify your roll. Since this is a rolling-based game and you're using a 12-sided die, you have a ton of variety as far as where you will end up. And hitting some of these houses exactly on the number, which is what you have to do, it can take a little while. So cards like this that let you modify your roll are really handy. Some other cards allow you to charge more for your haunted house. So this is going to let you charge triple. And some of the cards are not going to help you out at all. This one says you get caught toilet papering somebody's house, so you get sent to a timeout spot. There are 2 timeout spots on the board, here and here, and they're used a couple times throughout the game. As you can see, some trick cards send you there. When 2 pawns end up on the same spot, somebody will end up going to timeout, and a few other situations will have that happening to you. Essentially, once a player is there, they have to go to either one of the 2 spots, and they'll be able to get out if they roll a particular number on this 12-sided die, which can take absolutely forever. Or if a particular number of turns pass, then you get out anyway. So generally it's 2 turns sitting there unless you happen to roll the correct number, which virtually never happens. And that's the basic game of Monster Monkeys. Just rolling your die, moving around the board, trying to get to all those different haunted houses, and away you go. Some of the other things that the game comes with are Rochambeau cards. Now these are kind of a standard or a trademark for the 3 Monkey Game series. I think they all have this. And essentially these are just different cards that have rock, paper, and scissors on them with monkey hands. So here's your rock, paper, and scissors. And you use these for a variety of different things. To determine who goes first, you essentially have a rock, paper, scissors tournament by drawing these cards randomly. When 2 people land on the same place, I told you one of them goes to timeout. That happens because that person lost a rock, paper, scissors contest. If you're playing with less than 6 players, say blue player isn't in the game, when you visit their haunted house, any candy that you pay would go into the middle. And from time to time, people will draw lottery cards. And I'll turn them right side up. They'll draw lottery cards, and whoever wins another rock, paper, scissors tournament will get all of the loot in the lottery, I guess. So there's a number of different uses for those. There's a lot of numbering in this game. You saw that there were some cards, make you multiply things by 2 and other ones by 3. So a kid needs at least a decent grasp of multiplication. A 12-sided die can give you a lot of combinations or a lot of situations you can get yourself into. So, for example, if we were to roll, say, a 12, and I'm the yellow player, I could count it out this way and down, I could count it out this way and back up, I could count it out this way. I mean, there's a lot of different paths that a player might end up being able to take on a turn. It can actually take a little while to figure out which is the best one, which is going to get you in the best setup going forward. So that takes a lot of counting, a lot of time to figure that out sometimes, and a lot of thinking about what you actually want to do and how you're going to get to all the houses you want to get to. So there's a little bit of strategy here, a lot more than, say, a Candyland or Chutes and Ladders or, your standard really little kid game. Another note about the board. This is the copy that I got through the Game Crafter, as provided to me for this review, but 3 Monkey Games also sells this game through their own website. Now this copy comes on a 10-inch by 10-inch board, which is a standard Game Crafter board size. And you can see that this board has spots designed for the 2 different types of cards, the tricks and treat cards. But you can also see that they are way too small. They don't even come close to fitting on here. And the reason for that is that this is designed to fit on an 18 by 18-inch board. That's what you would get with by ordering it straight through the 3 Monkey Games website. So if you want these things to actually fit on the board and get it on a real chipboard board instead of this cardstock board that the Game Crafter currently provides, then you want to go through them. But anyways, that is Monster Monkeys. And now you know how to play Monster Monkeys. You can go tell all your friends. I thought the game was fine for what it was. My oldest child is 4, and to be honest, this game was way out of her reach. The counting out of spaces off of a 12-sided die, counting out candy, multiplying candy, all of that stuff just seemed to be a little bit beyond her reach. I have a hunch that a grade school-aged kid, 7 to 10, somewhere in that range, might really enjoy this game and might actually learn a fair amount about math as well. Now, it's very basic multiplication. They're not going to skip a grade or anything off of this, but any exposure to this sort of information and practicing with numbers can only help. Also, if you're looking for something to get you into the Halloween spirit, whatever that is, this game is probably a great option. It's dripping with theme, with good artwork and fonts and everything else that very is Halloween-y, I guess, for lack of a better word. If you want more information on this or any of the other interesting titles that I mentioned at the beginning of this review, head over to the Game Crafter or to 3monkeygames.com. You have information on all of them there. So, that's enough for this review. If you would like to stop back for our next one, that would be fantastic.